Ready to start making it count?
Yeah.
All right. You can't leave me alone.
It's only bad if you look at it. Welcome back to our 190cc 5-speed shifter cross cart build. In today's episode, we should be taking it for its first proper test drive, like doing bootlegs and drifting and all that kind of stuff. But we need to handle all kinds of safety things first, because last time it was barely together enough to just put it around, but it shows lots of promise. In today's episode, we're gonna be installing our permanent fuel tank. We need a real exhaust and muffler. We need to fix the gas and the brake pedals. Most importantly, we need to shorten our shifter because it's a little bit long, a little bit dangerous. Would probably turn into a spear if we crashed. And we also need a chain guard.
Yeah, that the small chain, it's like right here.
Yeah, not good.
You don't want it. We don't want it getting the backside of our legs. So.
No, not at all.
No.
And as a bonus today, the power company is here, and they're digging a big old trench to give us power in the new shop.
No more extension cords.
I know.
Oh wait, we shouldn't say that.
Yeah, I know. So by the end of the video, we should have a runner, and we should be able to flip the lights on at the new shop as well.
Oh yeah, there are lights. Well, yeah,
there's one light.
There's one light.
There's
but
one
that,
light.
That's
all
more
right.
than we've had.
So let's get started. Charles is starting on the shifter. Got to get the thing out the danger zone.
All right, so you want this new end.
Yep.
About that high?
I'd go just a hair higher, because again, we can cut more out. So yeah, go ahead and plan on chopping it right there.
And I think I got to add that.
Just right there is perfect.
Okay,
man.
so we'll just,
Yep.
perfect.
So we're gonna get the torch out, we're gonna give it a bend outwards and then a bend back straight.
Yep, kind of a flat Z, as we described it. Silly, but works in my head.
Sweet, and I'm gonna make a chain guard. Let's do it. All right, what do you think of that shifter, bud?
I like it.
You think it's better?
Yeah, it's better because you remember how it was quite large. So when you let go, you'd have to come in and go around it. You couldn't just like hook your arm.
Yeah.
Now it's like you go straight off of it to back to the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So smoother transition. I like it.
Yep.
Safety.
And I think we're going to be moving our pedals forward just a little bit, so that'll give you a little less. Yeah, not that much, but a little lower.
Maybe.
So, and I'm working on chain guard. So that's the top piece of our chain guard, and having the top piece is going to help me figure out how to build off of the sides. And it's tricky because remember, the engine moves. So that means our steering is adjustable, our exhaust now has to be adjustable.
Same with the hanger.
And our chain guard needs to be slotted and adjustable as well. So, and our shift linkage, all that stuff. But it's no big deal, just another challenge, and it should be fun. I'm gonna fire up the plasma table, and we're gonna get it done. And Charles is gonna work on exhaust hanger and whatever else is on our list.
Yeah, it's still hot.
So we already checked a bunch of things off our list on the baby cross cart. The exhaust has been adjusted and welded in, so we should have some mufflage going on. What else?
Brake pedal moved forward.
Brake pedal's been moved forward. We're moving everything, all the pedals forward, and Charles is in the middle of all that. But all that to say that the power guys are already gone, and we're gonna go see if we have electricity in the new shop.
Yeah. All zeros. Ready to start making it count?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We got one light out here, and we got one inside so far. Is it on? Hey!
We got electricity!
Hey-o! Let's look at this one out here. Oh, it came on!
Sweet!
Sweet! Oh man, it's the small victories, baby.
Yeah, we didn't wire this. That's why it worked.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh man, we need more light.
We need more light. But at least there's something in here. Look at that, Go Power Sports. It looks so majestic in here now. Wow, this camera is not happy. We are moving up in the world. So, yeah, we haven't worked on the Poupe de Ville recently because, well, we're finishing up my C10 and we're in the nitty gritty that it's just 1,000 tiny things that are really holding us back on that thing. But we're shooting a video on the C10 and then we're really gonna get to work on the Poupe de Ville, the Clap-A-Lac. We got some lifts coming on the way as well. We're gonna be installing a lot of cool stuff, but this electricity is a big moment. You know, we can get some lights hanging from the ceiling. We can get a garage door opener.
I'm excited.
Me too. But anyway, back to today's build, the 190 cross cart.
Did we get to put a garage door opener, like a button in the K-truck?
Sure, man. Yeah.
I have the gas pedal, the brake pedal, and the clutch pedal moved forward about 1.5 to 2 inches. That should give us a little bit more foot room, leg room. I left that one so in case we wanted to move it closer, but that could easily just be knocked out, no big deal. But I welded another spacer in there. We have wide open throttle and idle. I will be putting the return spring on that, don't worry. So now let's see. Clutch, gas, brake. Not bad. A little bit of room gave me more pivot room so I can go from pedal to pedal. Actually, yeah, so pedal to pedal. And these boots, oh yeah, we're gonna be making a new one because look, my foot gets caught on that mini bike handle for the brake pedal. But it works! So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a little pie cut, like a little V, leave the bottom still attached, cut a V out, angle it, tack it up at the top, tack it in the middle, and grind it flush. We'll see what happens. I'll get back with y'all when I'm cutting. Now, let's see. See if I can find the hammer. This'll do. Ah! Oh no! You've seen it here first, folks. Charles messed up. Good thing I got pliers. I tacked that thing like I said, and I was trying to twist that right there with the pliers, and it snapped off, and this hot piece with a fresh weld smacked me with the spring power, and I put those springs on there. So insult to injury, literally, it like swung, smacked me, and stayed there and burnt me. Ah! You can't leave me alone. But pedals are angled, they're welded. Hopefully they're even. I don't know, don't put a bubble on it. I'm gonna hide the bubble. But yeah, pedals are good. Now I just gotta work on a fuel pump. All right, and then we got this wonderful pulse pump from Go Power Sports. And if you guys have never installed one of these before, if you look very carefully, the top one has a little P right there. This top barb, that's for the pulse. And then one of these, only one of the lower ones, see how that one's higher than the other? Only one of these lower ones is going to be marked either in or out. And in this case, this one right here is marked in. So that would be your fuel tank side, pulse, carburetor. Good to go. And you know, give Go Power Sports a call if you ever got any questions. They'll help you out. So I've got the pulse pump bolted on, got the fuel lines plumbed in. Now all I need to do is drill and tap this intake neck for the pulse output. I don't know whatever, big words, that sort of thing. But yeah, and then we should be ready for a test fire.
Sweet.
Make sure we got fuel pressure.
Yep, and you got the pedals moved and the pedal faces moved, so it should be more comfortable for us.
Hopefully.
Awesome.
It felt better.
Good. Awesome. And that chain guard is killer too. I think I need to finish it up. I think we need one more side on the back of it here. Yep, we sure do. But man, it looks killer. Langmuir Systems is our sponsor for our CNC plasma table, and I talk about how I love this thing so much, but it has seriously turned like the biggest pain in the butt, ugly eyesore jobs into like just easy, clean, and it just looks so good now. And yeah, the chain guard is a prime example. It looks awesome, the fit is perfect, and it's gonna work really well, and we save time on it as well. So If you want to pick up one of the Crossfires or Crossfire Pro CNC plasma tables, you can use Cars and Cameras special discount code and get $100 off, and you get to support Cars and Cameras as well as get a sweet piece of machinery for your workshop. So let's get this thing plumbed in and go for a test drive.
Got the lines plumbed, got the zip ties tucked, waiting for the seat. That's why there's these here, so it will avoid the flat spot of the seat. Whoa, hold on. Well, hello there. What are you doing? Who invited you in here? I don't know if they're poisonous or not. Your chances of dying by a caterpillar are low, but definitely not zero. I mean, he snuck up on me. Do we need to go to the eye doctor?
Yeah, I gotta get. Wow, that's.
Hold on, let's see.
Oof. Boy.
It's only bad if you look at it.
Yeah. Alright, so we gotta trim it some. But it'll be fine. We can make that work.
Hey!
It's looking good now.
Scared me. Ah! God! Jeez.
Wear gloves, kids.
I know, that was hotter than a steel chainsaw in East Tennessee pawn shop. Oh, I might have gone a little too far, but that's okay.
Yeah, we're just making sure that we don't have any leaks, which I welded it the best I could, we sealed it, and then we also puttied it, so it, knock on wood, should be okay.
I see fuel. Going to the filter.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? This is a big moment. I didn't spill any gas. No, I mean, it's not over yet. You want the honors?
Oh, you go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead and bump it over. We
gotta tighten that up a little bit.
Okay. You get to hear our new exhaust, too.
Oh, that's right. All right. Oh, the choke doesn't stay up on these, does it?
It should. Yeah,
there we go.
It just clicks.
Oh, I saw
Fuel
the
pump's
bubbles
pumping?
moving. Yeah, let's see. Yep.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yep.
Ooh, it sounds good. It sounds so
That was my
good.
bad. Well, it needs to warm up.
Yeah, it's cold.
Doesn't sound too bad. Still needs
It's
to be
cold,
warm.
man.
Yeah.
It's cold
It's
today.
freezing in here.
It's 30-something degrees. Alright, so it's freezing cold and the lighting is atrocious right now, but I gotta hop on this thing just to see what it'll do. So we gave it one more once over, we threw the seat in there, and
sooner or later jump cut to John with a crap-eating grin, grabbing third, fourth, and then fifth on the track. Just wait, he's gonna be like, oh, just a just a 1-2 small pull.
something. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here you go, buddy.
All right.
Thanks, man.
Get your helmet, man.
Yeah. No, we got some kind of clunk in our driveline, and we really need to figure out, because every time I really romp on it, I get a lot of chunks. So do you want to check it out real quick, or?
No, I heard it, and I definitely.
Yeah.
Whenever you would get on it, the this chain would get real loose.
This chain gets loose.
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's part of it.
Yeah.
So we gotta maybe adjust our chain guard or a tensioner, something like that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it is that's going on. It feels like it's down in here, and Ike pointed it out the other day. Just don't know what it is. And that's our header sock breaking in. That's
yeah, I put a heat shield on it so it doesn't burn up the starter. So I have been asked to raise the rear half of this yard dart, and I need to try and find the slop in the drivetrain. I can hear it. Ike felt it, John felt it. I haven't driven it yet, but I could hear it. I noticed there was some chain slop when he got on it, and these two parts, they got really wide, and this one got really sloppy. It might have something to do with my chain tensioner, being that it's on the inside and pushing up. We'll address that later, but I'm gonna fire this thing up, and I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna free spin it. I got it on 2 jack stands. Shouldn't go anywhere. But there we go, there's neutral. All right. That solved nothing. I was hoping it was going to, but I mean, the only slop I see is right here in the keyway on the axle and hub. Looks like we made this one out of a bolt. Thank goodness we've got a good supply of these keys from Go Power Sports. Thank you, Go Power Sports. And that is a much tighter fit. Hopefully I don't need to do anything to, because these are the keys that are specifically for these 1-inch axles. So I don't know what I did. I don't know where I found that one. I guess it was just to get it by, but that might go back in the drawer. But also I found this really nice stump puller sprocket. If this one doesn't help it get out of its way, this one ought to do something. But we'll just, keep that between us. But let me get this wheel back on with this new key in the keyway and tighten it up. And I know, don't be hating. I know we only got 2 lug nuts per wheel, but don't worry, I'm gonna go inside and go get a clothespin and put it on that one. So then we'll have 3.
We had to call in the big guns because we got a weird phenomenon. Hey, so check it out, dude.
Yeah.
We still have that weird axle slop or whatever it is, the chunkiness.
Yes.
This thing hauls the mail, by the way.
Does it?
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Okay.
Anyway, check out that chain guard. Isn't it pretty sweet?
That is an awesome chain guard.
Thank you. The issue we're having, when you roll it in gear, you see that chain guard moving?
Yeah, the whole engine's flexing.
You think it's the whole engine, or is it the axle that's slopping back and forth? I think it might be the engine, Charles.
I think it's the engine.
There's a good possibility. I mean, it's one or the other.
Charles was thinking it was the axle, but think about it. This literal axle had like 60 horsepower on the drag rail, and we didn't have a problem with that size axle. It was the rear one with the big wheels hanging off it.
Was the sprocket in the middle?
It was off the side.
It was off the side?
How we have it.
Okay.
So I'd be willing to say that's probably the engine.
Yeah, it looks like the engine's moving. Might have to brace behind the engine to frame and front of engine to frame and kind of turn the engine into a truss.
Well, that's a good idea because we have a lot of, frame flex anyway, or at least we think we do.
Yeah.
So we need to incorporate it to the frame somehow.
It might be a great idea.
Okay, yeah, no, that is a great idea. It should tie everything in together.
Yeah.
We just gotta figure out how. So.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Dad. So we've been sitting here looking at the frame flexing, and it's crazy to see how it just kind of moves about the entire chassis. So we can see that the engine is moving. We've established that. But if you look closely, you can see this inner frame rail is flexing like pretty significant amount.
The engine is pushing it down.
Yep. So this piece right here is more or less tacked in. It's heavy tack, so we're gonna weld it across the outside of our frame rails way better. Cover up the gas lines, of course, and that should kind of help take some of this load from the inner frame rail and put it on the outside. We're also gonna brace up from here up to here. It's not a really big deal. I mean, it's not that we have a bad design, it's just that we knew we were gonna have to brace this thing at some point, and it's time to do it. Hey. So we're gonna do those two things, and then we're gonna think about bracing from there down to here or so, and hopefully that should fix it. Maybe a brace on the front, but there's nothing obvious.
Because, all right, and if you can't see it on camera, just picture this. These two sprockets are literally getting closer to each other, and the movement is the engine.
Yep.
And that's what we gotta solve. And the engine has to move forward and backwards as well.
Yeah, that's how we
So
tension
to
our chain.
anchor it to the frame,
very tricky,
and also make it move. That's that's why we're here.
So earlier when I rode this thing, it seemed like it had a very tall gear. It would be great if we were riding it on like a straight stretch, not a whole lot of bumps, but it would probably do pretty lousy on like hills and stuff. So it's geared for probably, I'm just guessing, don't hold me to it, I think it's geared for about 80 miles per hour. It seems like it's got the same gear ratio as John's Honda CT70. And his does 80 something miles per hour. So we're gonna lower the gear ratio. And Go Power Sports has a sprocket adapter, as well as some split sprockets that we can put on it, and we'll be able to play with the gear ratio a lot better. So we're gonna go with a 60 tooth on this. I think that it's gonna make the gear ratio a little bit too low, but then we can play with the gear on the engine and find a sweet spot. So let's get the old gear off, get this one installed, and go out for a rip. There it is.
All right, we did our frame braces, and we also swapped out our gearing because we noticed it was a little bit on the tall side. Unfortunately, we're not gonna go for a proper let it all hang out type test drive today. We're just gonna drive it up and down the road and see how our gearing is, and also kind of feel things out in terms of our driveline slop. There are more things we can do to brace up the frame, but to be completely honest with you, we're just kind of out of time to shoot this video, and we need to get this down the road and move on to something else because we have a shop to build out, we have K-truck to plan for, and a lot more. Nice gloves, bro.
Thanks. Hopefully they'll keep me nice and warm.
chain guard as he was talking about.
I threw the chain?
Yeah.
Did you? No.
Yeah, I saw it, man. That thing went, it went launch.
Huh?
Oh, it's on the gas tank.
Oh, it's on the gas tank.
Dude, what seems to be the issue here, man?
Let me make sure that's
the gear ratio is too low.
Okay.
We can put the larger gear up front here.
Okay.
Or we can go with a little bit smaller on the back, but
seems like we got more than just frame flex to worry about.
All right, I'm gonna go down the street,
Okay.
the road,
Yep.
and just see how I feel fifth gear.
Yeah. Feel out the ratio and the frame, you know, the
Yeah.
ride, the
I'll just leave the
comfortability.
filter off.
Sounds
it's not
good.
throwing up a lot of dirt.
Wasn't there a saying about the only true things in life are death and taxes? Well, death, taxes, and Ike sending something when he definitely should not be sending something. Add that to the list. And the chain's gone.
Chunk the chain again.
That suspension looks glorious.
It feels good.
Yeah.
The back is a little stiff.
We can adjust it, I think. Well, we probably.
The front is a little soft.
Really?
Yeah, so I think we need to put the red springs on the front.
Yep.
Other than that, it's doing good. Oh, and the gearing. We definitely need to change the gearing.
Okay. That's our header sock breaking.
That's the
still.
header sock.
Yep.
Was it stopping smoking?
Yeah, it didn't smoke at all.
Okay. So I figured the exhaust was full of stuff.
Oil or something, yeah.
So, gear change. And this thing is going to be...
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of extra bracing. But once we get the two braces up here and tied into the top rail of this go-kart, I think it'll be perfect.
Thank you all for tuning into this episode of Cars and Cameras. Not to spoil anything, but you're going to want to stay tuned on this build because once we get the rest of the frame braced up and the gearing perfect, it sets down an incredibly fast lap on the Cars and Cameras leaderboard. So subscribe to the channel to see that. Leave a thumbs up. Just bouncing in here to say thank you all for tuning in this year to Cars and Cameras. It was an awesome year. We hit 1 million subscribers. We gained Charles. We built a new shop. And coming very soon next year, we're going to be outfitting that new shop. And we should be growing the team some more as well. So just thank you all for your support. Merry Christmas from Cars and Cameras and happy holidays to everybody. And Happy New Year. Thanks again for watching. This thing hauls the mail. We'll catch you next time. Where did it go?
Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, I'm done.
Is it ruined?
I lost a link.
Lost a link, okay.
Yeah.
No. Darn.